Good morning, students. Welcome to our YouTube channel, Hard Round Skill Center near Fountain Chowk, Nagar. Our center code is 034. As we were discussing yesterday, terminologies of securing a system. Now, we will today discuss that what are social engineering and its security. Social engineering and its security. Okay. So, what is social engineering and its security? As majority of the successful sensitive data stealing involves social engineering attacks. Okay, social engineering attacks is what it do. It steals all your sensitive data or information. It hacks all your data or information of a particular organization or institute or any kind of personal computer. It breaches your security and steals your sensitive data. Is a part of social engineering attack, which is also known as people hacking. Means if you are hacking any kind of data or information of a particular person, then it will be called people hacking. So if you ask any IT security person about the physical security, if you ask about anyone that what is physical security, what is that people hacking or what is that social engineering, so he will let you know that what is physical security. Physical security includes that CCTV cameras and personal document protection things, key card locks, and all such things are called physical securities. So it might be right to talk about these things in physical security. Physical security is what we can see physically. That is CCTV cameras. We used to write everywhere that you are under CCTV surveillance. That means you are under physical security. Okay. So it is the use of social engineering attacks, and it is the socially using attacks with security is known as socially, as the word is suggesting, that social engineering and its security. Engineering is a technique which is done socially to protect that is security, the social engineering security. So now we will be discussing what is social engineering attacks and their examples. So what is social engineering attack? Okay, so social engineering is one of the popular attacking techniques that is used physically. Social engineering is a technique, popular attacking technique, which is used physically. As I told you earlier, that like CCTV cameras, these are the physical securities, which is also known as social engineering attacks securities. So physically or psychologically and relies very much on human interaction with where the attackers often manipulate the victim or rupture the standard security mechanism to gain access to any sensitive data. So when a hacker or a threatener or an external agent will try to steal or hack your data or information, he will use your physical security. If you have put in physical securities to your data or information and keycard locks and many much things, so he will try to manipulate the victim or he will try to use that standard security mechanisms to gain access. What are standard security mechanisms like stealing your sensitive data, file system, network servers, etc. So this is the social engineering attacks. Like he is using your physical surveillance, physical access, physical mechanisms, physical security mechanisms. These are the physical security attacks. So let us come with the examples of social engineering attacks. First one is phishing. So I'll be describing every example which I am writing. So next one is spear phishing. Next comes is wishing, pretexting. These all are the parts of social engineering attacks which I have been discussing. Witting, shoulder surfing. As I have discussed their names earlier, now I'll be giving details of that attacks. Shoulder surfing. I've used this word many times. Now tailgating. Next comes quid pro quo, etc. So in this tutorial, we will be discussing about popular social engineering attack techniques and how to secure the user and the system from such threats. First comes is phishing. So what is phishing? Phishing is the most popular form of social engineering attacks. It is the most popular form, okay, that every security professional must stay aware of. It is the basic and very most popular form of social engineering attack. The attacker recreates a dummy website or a portal of any popular organizations. Phishing recreates a dummy website or portal of any popular organization, institute, or company. Okay, it creates a dummy website. If you are having any kind of website of your organizations, so phishing will just make your dummy website. If you are having any kind of portal, then it will make a dummy portal of any kind of popular organization, institute, or company and sends the links to target with the use of emails or social media. That dummy website will be that links will be sent it to the persons who the targeted persons or to the targets. It is the illegitimate website which is being sent to the users, to the targeters. So by the help of emails or social media, and the victim on the other end is a legitimate user who is unknown of the attack. The victim, that means the targeters are or the victims are unknown, that it is whether it is the dummy one or it is the real one. So the legitimate user will always be unknown of the attack, ends up gives his or her personal information. As if I am getting any kind of a website link and I'm using any kind of links and I get to know the link, then I'll be putting my personal detail or information there. So what will it do? The attacker or the external agent will just specify that attack and will get to know are my personal details, my personal informations. Attacker receives those login credentials and other personal details. As am if I'm putting some kind of personal details, then I'll get to know, the attacker will get to know that my what is my personal identification numbers and my personal login credentials and personal details and much more. And then the attacker or the external agent goes to directly to the legitimate or the original site and get your login details and password and put that personal identification numbers there. So this is phishing. As a security analyst, you must be aware of employees and users to put filters. So you must be aware of that employees and users to put filters in their emails to protect them from getting involved through phishing emails. As when you install any kind of application, like I'm installing Truecaller on my phone, I used to get messages or calls automatically blocked. Like if I'm having any kind of spam call, then I'll be getting automatically those calls are being spammed or blocked. This is any that kind of applications which helps you to protect you from that spam emails or spam calls. These are the possible ways you can protect your venture employees or organizations from such attack. If you are having any kind of mail IDs, then there is option of protecting your mail IDs from spam mails. So what will it do? It will help you protect that it will not be getting received. You will not be receiving that spam IDs. It will be automatically hidden or should be deleted automatically. Now, next one is shoulder surfing. Shoulder surfing. Okay. There is one more. I'll be letting you only the main ones. Fizzing, spear fizzing, and one more there is dumpster diving. Dumpster diving. Okay, so dumpster diving. Many cyber criminals keep on scrounging the dustbins and other garbage areas looking for information and other sensitive data about the users. As any kind of attacker or any kind of threatener has your access to your system, then what it will do? It will just go to your recycle bin and would like to search. It will be looking or scrounging the dustbin. Scrounging means छांटना, जिसे हम लोग बोलते हैं डस्टबिन के अंदर छांटना. तो स्क्राउंजिंग द डस्टबिन एंड अदर गार्बेजेस एरियाज, उसमें से साफ सफाई करते हैं ना, जैसे डस्टबिन में से हम डस्टबिन में कुछ छांट रहे हैं, छांटने को बोलते हैं स्क्राउंजिंग. Many cyber criminals creep on scrounging the dustbins and other garbage areas looking for information and other sensitive data about the users. It will find any kind of information or any other sensitive data from your dustbin. As you have your email id, okay, you just delete your email id and it automatically goes to recycle bin. You, what you do, you just delete your Aadhaar card PDF, it will go directly to the recycle bin. So this is dumpster diving. It will find everything in your dustbins. So your names, phone numbers, all things you have been deleted comes directly to the recycle bin, then it is deleted permanently. Okay, so it is dumpster diving. As a cybersecurity professional, you have to suggest setting up an area where the essential files and DVDs and other stuffs can be dumped to prevent the employee's data and sensitive information. As a cybersecurity professional, as you are a professional or you are a person that have any kind of information regarding the cybersecurity, you have to suggest setting up an area where essential files and DVDs and other stuff can be dumped to prevent employees' data and sensitive information. Your data or sensitive information should be dumped anywhere else instead of that recycle bin. So it will protect your personal information and data to be get dumped and not to be getted into the hands of the threatener. So next one comes is shoulder surfing. Yes, shoulder surfing. So shoulder surfing is can be defined as the act to acquire personal or private sensitive information by the process of straight observation. Shoulder surfing can be act to acquire personal or private sensitive information by the process of straight observation. The social engineering technique, this kind of social shoulder surfing techniques involves looking or peeping over a person's shoulder or body for gathering relevant information about the victim for the attack. It is done not only by the humans but also by the cameras that are fitted in the room. Shoulder surfing is just straight observation of any person or personal information. It can be done by your physical existence or by the cameras in your room. If you are using any user id passwords, so you should be aware of that CCTV cameras and the person behind you, that isn't he looking at your personal details or information, because it is very important to observe that anybody is observing you or not, because it's a part of cyber criminal that if you are entering your user id or passwords, or you are entering any kind of your information, so you should be aware of that cyber criminal or your CCTV cameras. It could be like shoulder surfing or your straight observation. So while using your personal information or feeding your personal data and sensitive information in an online form in a cyber cafe, it is recommended to take a look if anyone or any camera is peeping to your personal data, password or not. You should be aware of that peeping cameras or persons. This is called shoulder surfing. Now, tomorrow we will be discussing about the physical security. What will be the physical securities and what are the types of physical securities? Okay, stages of physical penetration systems, tools which are used for physical security, reports of the test. So for tomorrow, we'll be discussing that physical security wholly. For today, this is enough. We'll be discussing next the physical security. After that, OSI security layers and its significance. Thank you, students.